It's Week 13, only on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and fourth as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Open man is Noah Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Cook running right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Cousins now. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, McDonald. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Here's McDonald to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. McDonald sets to throw. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Cole McDonald taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 23 carries, 92 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
On third down, Cousins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down. Here's Cousins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at him instead.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Robert Foster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Cousins. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to have the Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Play action. It's McDonald. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. McDonald. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing is McDonald. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Catch made by Fulgham. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Cyber, up and good. And it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard. He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark. So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket. So true, and that's where it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to... The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, McDonald flush to his right. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Cole McDonald with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half. And this throw will be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Following the interception, Cousins. He's got it to Fulgham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. "36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. A final shot before break. McDonald, he'll let it go deep for Foster. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a... And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because You've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 44, Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Cousins to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Cousins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 23rd the mic. 23rd the mic. Let's go,
Throwing. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Tyler Conklin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action with McDonald. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Travis Fulgham, 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check. Check 50.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football. They also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. play action. It's McDonald rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They run out of the gun with Swift, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the option to give to Swift here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. From the gun, it's McDonald. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. They'll come out in the pistol. Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cole McDonald keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Levi Owazurike, the Washington Husky, the rookie, able to push his way through for the sack.
After the sack on first down, Cousins.
Going for Jefferson downfield. And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked up by Gary and Conley.
And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Flushed out right.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Lions on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll be taken down across the 50 and the 45 in enemy territory. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Wrap up.
Still moving.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He'll bice, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Flush to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and long for Cousins. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. Touchdown. Adam Thielen, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Vikings score. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. The drive will start with an option going left. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.